Hey yo, this is Luke99, aka The Real Shuriken, YouTube channel VZH. And here I have a very dynamic and well played match over here for you guys. This is a very imbalanced match where we're going up against a team that's on average 6 divisions higher than the people on my team, including me. And this match was only won through my positive attitude and the leadership, I brought to this match. Rallying the troops and basically guiding throughout the entire battle with voice chat. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that the replays for Marvel Rivals do not record voice chat, so I have to do a voice over here. I need to start recording these matches instead of just getting them from recording them from replay, so that I'm able to capture voice chat. Because I was providing some very good guidance over here. And in this match, after this first round, you have to understand that my team was already demoralized. After this first round, where the enemy gets is able to bank 2 out of 3 points, they're able to push to two like they're able to like basically get up to 2 areas, and they usually get 3 areas. For those that don't know about Marvel Rivals, basically you have 3 checkpoints, so they got 2 out of 3 checkpoints. They almost got the 3rd checkpoint. But after this battle, my team immediately after the next battle started, they already brought up the surrender screen to surrender. And I was like, no. I was like, we got this. I was like, I'll lead. We got this. Don't worry about it. Like, just move, shoot together. Focus on supporting, a strategist. I'm constantly moving back and forth. I'm constantly rotating my camera. I'm constantly being patient and looking around before I act, so that I know what's going on in the entire game. And that way I can protect my support as best possible, while still, displacing and making space, for our team, displacing the enemy and making space, and picking squishies off wherever possible, or killing the tank if the tank pushes on our support, like Captain America are trying to do. But yeah, this is to play Hulk. Hulk particularly is a difficult character to play. He's a high skill ceiling, both mechanically and strategically. And when you're playing Hulk, you have to be very dynamic. You have to move you have to be very mobile and quick, and you have to have spatial awareness, so that you can keep track of your support, your backline, and protect your strategists, aka supports. Because otherwise, if they go down, like, you're cooked. Because I'm a tank. If I can't get any healing when I need healing, I don't need healing all the time, just because I'm very strategic at how I play. But when I do need to pop back and grab some healing, and if that backline, if they broke through the backline, then basically I'm cooked. And so every game that I play, to me, the 2 most important things is to protect the support. So protect the backline, or what they call strategists in this game, and move, shoot together. Always focus fire. Do not break off to chase, in 1v1s, or to try to like take someone off. If there's a mobile character like me, if I can just quickly like break off and kill someone, come back, or some other very highly mobile character where you can lock in the kill and like be back very quickly, so that the group is maintaining a cohesive posture, then yeah, you can go ahead and do that. But otherwise, people need to understand that in games, particularly in Marvel Rivals, because this is a 6v6 battle royale, teamwork is paramount, and because of that, you need to move together, so that the support is close enough that if someone dives into the support and tries to take them out, you could just DPS them instantly. And also so that the support always has a line of sight to be able to heal you, and they're not frantically looking up in the air, like trying to heal people that are flying or jumping around. or just people like going, you know, around obstacles and they're like chasing after them and losing their position because they have to maintain a strategical position at all times. And yeah, and so with the Hulk, if you want Hulk to be effective, and by the way, I'm solo. Yesterday, like I can solo tank regularly, and you know, and be successful. As long as people maintain those two golden rules. I mean, move, shoot as one, and protect the support at all costs. Other than that, I can pretty much single-handedly tank. I don't need another tank. I actually prefer to be the only tank with 3 DPS and 2 support, so that we have high DPS output. And you know, like it doesn't matter. You know, people get nervous. They're like, oh, they're gonna jump in. They're gonna like, you know, they're gonna hurt us. They may use it. Well, yeah, like whenever I see someone trying to pull off an AOE, if I have time, it's going to be top priority. If I see an AoE ult, I'm going to jump at them and bubble and cancel the ult. That it may not always be possible, but I look out for that. I'm always like ready to jump in. And even if I don't have like, you know, sometimes like even if I don't have my bubble, I'll still jump up and cancel the ult because it's better for me to de-transform back to Bruce Banner and still have the probability of surviving until like I'm able to transfer back to the Hulk, or even if I do lose, then getting the entire team to wipe. And so, you know, I basically play the tank role to a T, you know, and you know, like basically between tanking and utilizing my body and my abilities to try to shut down ults, and at the same time making sure that I'm that anyone that comes towards my support, I'm on them like water and rice. Like they have no other option but to back off. But as long as the group is moving together, moving and shooting, focus firing, it doesn't matter what the enemy team does, because anyone who gets near the team is deleted in a quarter to half a second. Right now, you know, over here, like, you know, we're a little scattered and we don't have the whole team here, so and that was Magneto, so he's more durable, so it was taking longer to take him down. But usually, like, especially when you start off and you're pushing in, like, anyone who gets near you, especially squishy, gets deleted instantly, because it's common knowledge a high skill level, because even as a Hulk, if I jump towards the enemy team, even if I pop my bubble, I'm dead instantly. Like half a second, it only takes half a second for the team to wipe me, even with at full health with a bubble on. Even if I had buffs, you know, full health with buffs and bubble on, half a second, know what it takes to leave. You cannot overcome the damage output with healing in this game. The thing is that people, you know, they get nervous. You know, people want to chase. People see enemies jump in, start using abilities, and everybody freaks out. And the first thing they think is that they must retreat into a better tactical position. And it's like, no, once everyone starts spreading around, they just wipe you out 1 or 2 at a time. Because any team that has a good cohesion, you know, good teamwork, they're going to move in and they're going to focus fire as they're moving around. I mean, this is something that many people, you know, who are highly skilled in other games, you know, that are also, you know, like team-based games, already know. Like that's a given. But it's amazing how many people don't follow that rule. Like I keep telling them, like you don't need to worry about, like, if everyone focus fire, it doesn't matter what kind of like damage you're doing. You're going to delete anyone instantly. And you know, people are like, oh, how about they like dive in? It's like, it doesn't matter. If someone's crazy enough to jump into a group of 6 people, then they're getting what they asked for. Because if someone jumps in to try to do something, I don't care what character you have. If you jump in, you're instantly dead. And so if you're you know 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. Like the entire group will have to jump in, and at that point in time, it comes down to skill. If 2 groups clash and they're both focus firing, it's all going to come down to skill and team composition. But that, you know, I've had, and I just started playing this game a month ago, and I've had over 500 matches. And I'll tell you that scenario almost never happens. That scenario is like 1% of the time. Like that pretty much doesn't happen. Because the rule of thumb is if you've been a high elo player in any competitive game in your life, is that yes, you clash with the other team, but you're not really gonna push on the other team. It's gonna be like a stalemate. You're not. No one's like just jumping right into the other team until they get at least one down. And in Marvel Rivals, because this is 6v6, and it's not like, you know, let's say Destiny was a 3v3 or you know, some other games where you have like 4v4 or 5v5. This is 6v6, and so even downing one person doesn't necessarily mean that you can just, you know, push on the enemy team, because 5 people is still enough, and depending on their team composition, to wipe your team. And so those scenarios pretty much almost never happen. In 500 something matches that I've had, and while they may happen a few matches, the probability of that happening at any consistent basis in just one match is almost unheard of. So yeah, like over here, like I was able to lead this, you know, team, despite the fact that the other team outranked. You know, that basically the average peak in this team to the average peak in the other team was like the difference of 6 divisions. Not to mention that morale after the first round already has started dropping because people were trying to like already like throw the fight. You know, they brought up the I believe they brought up the surrender option, the vote twice to surrender, and I was like, we got this. Trust me, man, we got this. Like pretty much once I clash with another team, I know within like seconds or like maybe like within like 30 seconds I can tell we can beat the other team or not. All I need to do is have our team interact with the other team for 30 seconds, and I know whether or not we can beat the team. And to be honest, most of the time I feel like we could beat the team, but eventually the other team wins because they just have better teamwork, and you know, I couldn't get teamwork on my end, you know, to the degree that, you know, was ideal. And so, not ideal, but basically to the degree that was warranted, you know, to win the battle. And so, like, you know, you lose a battle, and I always say GG after a game. And if the other, unless there was like something like someone was throwing, you know, like someone was toxic and throwing or whatever, but you know, like if the enemy team beats us and they're like super toxic, I'll say GG. But if they like start being toxic, I won't say anything else. But usually, like, I'll say, you know, good game, well played, or whatever. Like, even if we lose, I'll say GG, we win, and if we lose, I'll say you know, GG, WP, you know, well played. But yeah, like Hulk is not so easy to utilize well enough to like lead teams. You know, people like to say carry, and I don't like to use the word carry, because carry suggests that a single player was mainly responsible for the win, and I don't agree with that. I led this team to victory with my positive attitude and my leadership. I didn't carry the team. I essentially I was able to pull the team to work together, you know, through, you know, convince the team, influence the team to work together. You know, I was able to prove to them that I had, you know, that I had the ability, you know, basically like that I had the ability to lead, and that we had the ability to win, and that's how we won. But that's why I say, you know, I led the team. I don't like to say carry, because there are too many egos, and this is a 6v6 game. Like, no one's carrying this game. You're not carrying a team in this game. People like to say that they carry a team, you know, that they're like, you know, PvP monsters or whatever. Like, nah, bro, you're not carrying anything. If you don't get the team to work with you, I don't care what skill you have. If you were in the opposing team and you were the best player in the world, and you try to push into my team, and I rally my team to the way I did with this team, you will get farmed. You will straight up get farmed. There's no such thing as me in this game. This is the team environment, 6v6, bro. 6v6. This is why teamwork is so paramount in this game. I don't want to hear none about, I run these lobbies, I carry, bro. You're not running jack diddly squat. If you're in my lobby, I will farm you if that's what you think. I mean, there was a 6th division difference in this game here. And after when you look at the stats at the end, you're going to see how many kills the other team had. Like, they had a ton of kills. But guess what? We had less deaths. Why? Because I protect my support. I don't let anyone come in and bully my backline like that. So we had, I believe, it wasn't like a huge difference. We had 67 deaths, I think. I don't know, 64, 67 deaths, the total combined, the whole team. And the other team had 70 something deaths, like 71 or 74 or something like that. Like it was like 60 something to 70 something deaths. Now, if you look at the kills, the other team had a lot of kills. Like, you know, well, that's also the team firing. Like some of the kills get like double counted. But you can see that the other team knew what they were doing. Well, I mean, you can tell also by their records. If you look at all of the records, if you go into the replay of this game and look at their records, you'll see that this team was in bad. There was no reason for this team to match up with us. I mean, the matchmaking is really funny right now. There are a lot of resets which push like high level players like down, and we haven't gotten placement yet. So hopefully we will get placement. And that can alleviate some problems, but I feel like they have to reduce the reset from 6 divisions to 3 divisions D-ranking, because there are too many matchups where they're clearly imbalanced. One team should not be fighting against someone else at 6 divisions higher, you know? I mean, sometimes I hear some absurd things like 9 divisions. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can have highly an entire team that made it to a high elo and then got deranked, you know, being inactive a little, and are now fighting against low-ranked elo, you know, like low ranks, you know, like team, you know, low elo players. Like, that shouldn't be happening. The disparity between the different peaks and rankings is way too large. And there is no way if I didn't lead this team the way I did, that we would have won this fight. We would have gotten bullied. Like, they would have straight up farmed us. After the first round, like I said, man, after the first round, people were ready to, like, they were already voting to surrender. I was like, no, we got this, man. We got that. Trust, man. We got this. And no, I'm not a Smurf. I've only been playing this game for a month. I was already, yesterday I was basically accused of being a Smurf twice. And that's not the case. And for people that don't know what a Smurf is, it's basically a high elo player, creates an ult account, and goes stomp lower elo players. I'm not a Smurf. I just started playing this game a month ago. Before this, I was playing Destiny. And before Destiny, I was playing Dune. And before Dune, I was playing Elden Ring. Like, you know, I've been jumping around through games. I forgot what other game I played recently. But I just started with season 4, so I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago I started playing this game, like 4 weeks ago. Oh, about a month ago, yeah. Because I think it's like half a season. The seasons are 2 months long, half a season's 1 month. So I've been playing this for about a month. I'm actually hard stuck at gold, man. Every time I'm about to get to plat, I get stuck in gold. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Check out the stats, and you can go into the, you can look this up through the replay, and you can check out everyone's rank, so you can see that the enemy team were just clearly higher rank. All right, take care, y'all.